friend, for securing this important debate, which is timely for me, as on Friday I was visiting Norfolk Hospice Tapping House in my constituency to talk to staff and volunteers who provide the care, comfort and compassion for people living with life-limiting illnesses. And Tapping House is rightly a valued part of the West Norfolk community, supporting over 1,000 families each year. And at the heart of that hospice and all hospices are the incredible staff who provide high-quality care and go above and beyond to make those final days as comfortable and memorable as possible, even, as I heard, providing VR headsets so patients could imagine being on a tropical island and enjoying a cocktail from their bed. And that brilliant team is supported by hundreds of volunteers, and it's a testament to the great care that's provided at Tapping House that many of those volunteers and fundraisers are family members of people who've spent their last days in the hospice. And we've heard about the escalating costs, and Tapping House's energy costs have risen by 36% in the last year alone. Which brings me to the funding point. Only 30% of Tapping House's services are funded from the NHS, with the rest coming from voluntary donations. And despite the challenging backdrop economically, Tapping House just held one of its most successful events, Tulips for Tapping, where you can go into tulip fields near Sandringham and experience the great beauty of those, which raised over £140,000 this year. But despite that, the NHS funding that they receive for inpatient units has not increased for the last 2 years, and community-based services have not had an increase for several years since. So we're grateful if the Minister can talk about how much of the £1.5 billion to deal with additional costs has actually flown through to hospices. And along with other MPs, I've previously called for additional support for hospices, and the Government responded positively to that. And now the sector needs urgent support again, and I hope the Government will consider carefully the requests that have been made and provide that additional support.